Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the remaining parts of infertility. In the last video I have told you up to the causes of infertility. In that we have seen introduction of infertility, definition of infertility, incidence rate and causes in male and female. So today we are going to study from the types of infertility. So infertility, it has two types. One is primary infertility, one is secondary infertility. Now we are going to see what is primary and what is secondary. So primary infertility means when a woman is unable to ever bear a child. That is primary infertility. And secondary means when a woman has been pregnant but failure to achieve the live birth after having a live birth previously. So primary means the person didn't give ever birth. The woman, she didn't undergo any time of pregnancy. But the secondary, first they have given the delivery, they have maybe one child, but the second time they are not able to give the birth, give the delivery or getting conceived. So this is the difference between the primary or secondary infertility. Next we are going to see the diagnosis of infertility, how they will find out the causes because of that the person got infertility. The first you can see through the laparoscopy. So with the help of a camera that will be attached in the pipe and it will inserted in the uterus, and they are going to see all the parts. Is there any abnormality in the structure or any tumor or any type of cyst, like whatever causes we have studied, if among those there is any such kind of things in the uterus, that we are going to find out through the laparoscopy. Next, another method that we can use to find out the causes, that is per vaginal ultrasound, okay, through the transducer. So normally we know ultrasound means from the abdomen, only through abdomen we can check. There is something called as per vaginal, so through the inside the vagina also you can check it for any kind of abnormality. Next we are going to see the treatment for infertility or management for infertility. So first we are going to see the treatment that will be for man. So in the man, like if the causes of infertility is premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, so we are going for behavioral approach, giving suggestion or through the medication. And if the causes is varicocele, if there is varicocele vein in the scrotum, it can be surgically removed. Next, blockage of the ejaculatory duct. It means sperm can be extracted directly from the testicles and injected into an egg in laboratory. See, whatever management we are planning, we are going to plan based on the causes. Suppose if the causes is retrograde ejaculation, in that case sperm can be taken directly from the bladder and injected into an egg in laboratory. And there is another one is surgery for the epididymal blockage. A bypass of the blockage can be performed called basoepididymostomy. Bus difference is reconnect to the epididymis. So this is also can be done. You can see in the picture how we are going to do this surgery and what is the difference here. So this is the treatment for the male person, because based on the causes we have to plan for it. Next, for the woman, first if the woman has ovulation disorder, so fertility drugs are prescribed like clomiphene to encourage the ovulation in case of polycystic ovarian syndrome, and metformin. It clients who do not respond to clomiphene, for them we are going to prescribe metformin. Then especially when the client with PCOS like linked to the insulin resistance. So here also we are going to plan the treatment based on the causes. Then we can go for hormonal therapy, because we have studied because of hormonal imbalance also there is a chance of infertility. So we can go for follicle stimulating hormone therapy, or we can go for human menopausal gonadotropin. So this is also a treatment for the infertility. This is also the therapy like human chorionic gonadotropin also we can administer to the female. Then gonadotropin or RH hormone also you can give to the woman body, that will help in the ovulation process. Next treatment is bromocriptine. So it stimulates the ovulation by inhibiting the production of prolactin, and prolactin stimulates the milk production in lactating mothers. Example, Parlodel or cyclocet. It given orally or IV. So this is also another treatment for infertility in the woman. Next one is infertility counseling. Infertility counseling deals with the psychosocial impact of the infertility in terms of intervention, treatment, and after effect of both successful and unsuccessful treatment. So once like the couples, they are not giving baby, so obviously they will be depressed and they will be psychologically affected. So in that case, there is needed of counseling, that is called as infertility counseling. So it may be needed some treatment, and like if they are going under some treatment, if it is successful or unsuccessful, both the cases they need counseling. It also involves therapeutic work to help the patient cope up with the consequences of the infertility and treatment. We have studied there are so many treatment it is there for the infertility, but sometimes it will be working and sometimes it will not work, because we have seen the 10% cases there is no treatment or there is no causes, so you can treat it that. So in that case they will be under depression, so they need the infertility counseling. Okay, and if with the help of medicine also it is not possible to treat, they will go for another therapy, that is called as artificial reproductive techniques. Okay, it means the baby will be in the laboratory, test tube baby. Next, we are going to see that ethical and legal aspect of assisted reproductive technology, or ART. In short form, we'll call it as ART. The aim of ART fertility treatment is to promote the chances of fertilization and subsequent pregnancy by bringing the sperm and egg close to each other. Okay, so in that therapy, what they are going to do, they will collect the sperm from the male and they are going to collect the ovum or egg from the female. In the lab, they are going to reproduce, or they are going to do the fertilization process. So in that there are so many categories or so many types. Okay, so some I will discuss now. So this is one type, like intrauterine insemination. Okay, so why not? Sometime what happens, the problem will be male, like ejaculation problem or erectile dysfunction. So in that case, what they will do, they'll collect the sperm from the male and through the injection directly they will inject in the female reproductive tract. So that's why it is called as intrauterine insemination. Directly they will be inserted the semen into the female reproductive tract. And this one is another method, in vitro fertilization or IVF. This is very common method, or embryo transfer. So in this case what they will do, they will collect egg from the female, a sperm for the male, and in the lab they are going to do the fertilization. And once embryo is developed, that time they will transfer the embryo in the mother womb. Okay, maybe mother womb is like favorable for the continuation of the pregnancy but not getting conceived. So in that case they can go for this option. There is another method which is called as intracytoplasmic sperm injection, ICSI. Okay, it is developed in 1992. It is a highly specialized variant of IVF treatment that involves the injection of single sperm into the cytoplasm of an egg with a fine glass needle. There is another method or types of IRT is gamete intrafallopian transfer and zygote intrafallopian transfer. So both are laparoscopic techniques. What happened, that are little clinical advantage over in vitro fertilization and are no longer recommended. It is like little modified. In that embryo transfer we have seen, they will transfer the embryo, but here what they are going to do, they will transfer either the zygote or in the fallopian tube, or they are going to transfer the gamete. It's depend. Okay, in that IVF we have seen they are going to develop the embryo and they are going to implant in the uterus, but here they are going to develop the gamete. Once the gamete is prepared, in that time only through the laparoscopic procedure they are going to keep it in the fallopian tube, or if the zygote is like prepared, in that case only they are going to implant in the intrafallopian tube. So this is like little bit modified one. There is another method which is called as third party assistant ART. It means when, see till now whatever we have seen, it is among the couples only, sometimes problem with the male or female. So what will they will do, they will be either they will do the test tube baby, or they will be injecting the sperm, or they will be injecting the gamete or zygote or embryo. But Here when the both couple has problem, male and female, in that they can go when the couples do not achieve pregnancy from the infertility treatment or traditional ART, they may choose to use the third party assistance ART method to have a child, like sperm donation. So couple can be donated sperm when a man does not produce sperm or produce very low number of sperm, and if has a genetic disease, and donated sperm can be used with the intrauterine insemination or with IVF. Same thing for the egg donation also. So they can donate their egg, and this egg can be used for the other couples who need it. The next one is surrogacy. Legal arrangement for surrogacy requires the commencing beginning couple to both be over the age of 18 and married to each other, and the child genetically related to at least one of them. Surrogacy mother act as a host as the embryo is plain in her uterus. So in this case what happened, both mother and father maybe they have some problems in the carrying the continuation of the pregnancy, or some people because like nowadays all the celebrities they are not going for pregnancy because they will be like figure conscious, so they don't have time for it. So what they'll do, their sperm and egg, it will be uh, in the lab, they'll form the embryo, and that will be implemented in the other woman, like we can call it a rent womb. As we know the rent house, here you will have a rent womb. Okay, like they will be taking the rent of the womb of the other women, and for the 9 months they will pay that person, and the baby will be there in that woman. Once the baby got delivered, they will bring their baby to home. So this is called as surrogacy, and then this is the common one nowadays everyone is practicing almost. So these are the some like artificial reproductive techniques. Okay, if the person have infertility, they can go for medicine. If with the help of medicine also it is not able to treat, they are going for these other treatments. In this, some we have the like traditional one, and some we have the modern one. Like nowadays everyone is practicing. So with this we have finished the infertility, and we have seen the definition, causes, and how we can diagnose it, what are the treatment, and what are the other techniques we can use other than the medicine. Thank you.